Around the world, some killers left trails of horror so dark their names became infamous forever. These are history's most notorious serial killers, where they struck, who they targeted, and the fatal mistakes that finally brought them down. Ted Bundy, USA. The charming law student turned monster. Bundy murdered at least 30 women across several states in the 1970s. He targeted young college women, luring them with fake injuries or police disguises. His method, brutal assaults, followed by bludgeoning and strangulation. His downfall came when a traffic stop and eyewitnesses finally exposed him. Bundy's charm couldn't save him from the electric chair. Andrei Chikatilo, USSR. Known as the Butcher of Rostov, Chikatilo killed 52 children and women between 1978 and 1990. His method was pure sadism, stabbing and mutilation. He stalked bus and train stations, preying on the vulnerable. Police surveillance eventually caught him near a crime scene with blood evidence sealing his fate. Pedro López, Andes region. The monster of the Andes, López, confessed to killing more than 300 young girls across Colombia, Peru, and Ecuador in the 1970s and 80s. His victims were mostly between 8 and 12. Strangulation was his method. His mistake, trying to abduct another girl in Ecuador. Police stopped him and uncovered one of history's deadliest predators. Harold Shipman, UK. A trusted family doctor hiding a deadly secret. Harold Shipman murdered at least 215 of his patients with lethal morphine injections, making him one of the worst serial killers ever recorded. His targets were mostly elderly women. His downfall came when forged medical records and a suspiciously high death rate in his practice exposed him, a killer in a white coat. John Wayne Gacy, USA. By day, he entertained children as a clown. By night, he murdered 33 young men and boys in Chicago during the 1970s. Gacy lured victims with job offers, then strangled or suffocated them, burying most beneath his house. His mistake? A missing teen was last seen with him, leading police to a crawl space filled with bodies. Jack the Ripper, UK. The shadow that haunted London streets in 1888. Jack the Ripper killed at least 5 prostitutes, slashing throats and mutilating bodies. Despite public terror and countless theories, he was never caught. The Ripper remains history's most famous unsolved case. Jeffrey Dahmer, USA. The Milwaukee Cannibal. Dahmer murdered 17 young men, mostly gay men of color, between 1978 and 1991. His methods: strangulation, dismemberment, necrophilia, even cannibalism. He was caught when one of his victims escaped and led police to an apartment filled with horrors, photographs, remains, and body parts preserved in acid. Luis Garavito, Colombia. Nicknamed La Bestia, Garavito confessed to murdering more than 190 boys, with suspicions of over 300. He targeted poor, homeless children in the 1990s, torturing and strangling them. His downfall came when police linked him to discarded glasses and documents at a crime scene. Garavito is considered the world's deadliest confirmed serial killer. Each of these killers thought they could outsmart the world, but evil always leaves a trace, and eventually, justice caught up, except Jack the Ripper. Which of these names do you think is the darkest in history?